The Day in Tech History is sponsored by CashFly over at CACHEFLY.com, where you can host your podcast and get a 14-day free trial.
Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history.
December 6th, 1631, the transit of Venus occurs as predicted by Johannes Kepler. He correctly predicted that an ascending node transit of Venus would occur on December of 1631, but it passed unobserved in part because of his prediction wasn't sufficiently accurate to predict the exact time it would occur. A little geeky science space stuff there. 1768, the first edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica would eventually become the oldest continually published English language encyclopedia, is published under the title Encyclopedia Britannica. And of course, the kid comes around in the mid-80s. Remember the Britannica kid? Anyway. 1877, Thomas Alva Edison records his own recitation of Mary Had a Little Lamb onto the cylinder wrapped with tinfoil using his newly completed prototype hand-cranked phonograph at his Menlo Park laboratory. In 1923, President Calvin Coolidge makes the first presidential address on U.S. radio. In 1932, EMI demonstrates the first 100-line electronic television system, which is only capable of scanning film to the BBC. In 1941, one day prior to the United States' formal entry into World War II, Delaware Division of Geophysical Services is purchased by a team of young investors. They included Dr. Henry Bates Peacock, John Eric Johnson, Cecil Green, and they were all employees of GSI, and Eugene McDermott, who was one of the two original founders of Geophysical Sciences. GSI would then later become known as Texas Instruments in 1951. In 1969, the IBM Data Processing Division rolls out the lower-cost version of the IBM 2420. It was a magnetic tape unit used in 7 models for the IBM System 360. In 1978, Atari installs the IBM 370-148 computer system for internal business accounting and data processing functions. Kind of weird there. So, anyway, 1981, Franz Lanzinger scores 2,999,999 points on Atari's Centipede. He played the game for 6 hours in California. In 1988, Covidia announces that it would discontinue its videotex service, business banking, and Pronto. Do it pronto, that is. 1990, amid a wealth of rumors, Leslie Schmick resigns from Atari, would file a suit against Atari and Gregory Pratt, alleging that she was coerced by Pratt into a sexual relationship in order to keep her position. Little movie geek knowledge here. In 1991, Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, is released by Paramount Pictures. In 1995, Adobe and IBM announced a licensing agreement with Sun Microsystems for the use of Java. Also in 1995, Microsoft agrees to pay royalties to Spyglass, about $1 per web browser shipped for the Windows 3.1 after nearly a year of shipping the browser royalty-free. Microsoft and Sun Microsystems also agree on terms under which Microsoft would license Java for the web browser software. And Sony announces the sale of the PlayStation in the United States had reached 300,000 units to date. In 1997, 5 commercial websites were hacked by Chaos 97. In 1998, astronauts on the U.S. Space Shuttle Endeavour complete the most difficult task of their 12-day mission. They maneuvered modules from Russia and the United States to join the first 2 building blocks of the International Space Station. It happened approximately 9:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also in 1998, Reuters published an article entitled Internet Capacity Major Theme for 1999 Study. They report that, or Francis Hong is the reporter. He reports that traffic over the internet is doubling every 100 days. In 1999, Avid Technology releases version 7.55 of the Matador graphics application. Basically, it was creating animation for films, and it would cost you $10,000.
If you love the Day in Tech History, then I encourage you to join my Patreon movement over at patreon.com/geekazine. Your contribution keeps the lights on and more Day in Tech History episodes available. Pledge as little as $1 a month or $12 a year for 365 days of podcasts. Add to that all the content from geekazine.com, morninggeeks.com, and other shows that I produce. That's over at patreon.com/geekazine. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History.
Back in 2000, Hasbro announced plans to sell their Hasbro Interactive and Game.com divisions to France-based Infogames Entertainment for $5 million in cash and $95 million in stock. Also in 2000, shares of Apple Computer fall to their lowest price in 2 years following the company's announcement that slow holiday sales would contribute to its first quarterly operating loss in 3 years. And version 5 of the Opera Internet Suite is released. 2001, Yahoo launched Yahoo Finance Money Manager. 2003, version 1.3 of the Crux operating system was released. It was designed to be a lightweight i686 optimized Linux distribution for Linux users. 2004, the final assets of Acclaim Entertainment go up for auction. 2005, Apple Computer announced that iTunes Music Store customers have downloaded 1 million videos since the launch of the service video support. 2006, the Institute of Cancer Epidemiology in Denmark reports that it has uncovered any statistically significant correlation between cancer and cell phone use in a study based on about 400,000 cell phone users. Also in 2006, NASA revealed photographs taken by Mars Global Surveyor suggesting the presence of liquid water on Mars. And version 1.5.2 of the BioPerl programming language was released. 2008, Google announced a SIM and hardware unlocked version of their G1 smartphone. And in 2010, Vitaly Borker was arrested on cyberstalking, wire fraud, and mail fraud. Borker was exposed for gaming Google by getting the worst feedback possible. He wanted the worst feedback possible. In turn, it would boost his Google search results. Of course, the best way to boost your Google search results is to go over to dayintechhistory.com and just follow us and +1 the page or +1 the site, or even like us on Facebook. You can go over to www.dayintechhistory.com for everything tech history. We've got a wiki page which has all the show notes there. And of course, our Twitter is dayintechhist. My name is Jeffrey Powers, and until tomorrow, take care. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.